Hello, hello. We've got Caesar here and tightening up his collar as of right now, desensitizing him to equipment in general. So as you already know, we've been talking about cultivating a calmer dog, making him a whole lot calmer with every aspect. We're getting him to stop jumping on people. We need him to stop doing stuff like this as well. Off. And right now he's just a bit too excited to be seeing his collar off of him, or leashes, trying to rush me. He needs to learn this is not going to get him anywhere. You are going to be using the leash, collars, things like that to help assist when we are ready to bring people into the picture. So we want to make sure that when he's seeing these things, he's not already in the wrong mindset. So what I'm going to show you really quick is how I'm going to get this collar on him without him basically bullying me into being faster, if that makes sense. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him to go into sit. He knows how to do that, and it is a very simple task. Caesar, sit. Good. Now I'm going to approach him slowly. It's very important that you don't try to wrestle him. If you are trying to rush, then he thinks what he's doing is working. So just slow down altogether. You do want to use treats liberally. This is really difficult for him. And though he may seem like a pain in the butt, he doesn't mean to be. He just thinks that what he's doing is working, and we just need to teach him that that doesn't work anymore. So just going really slow and giving him treats. I love that he chose to lay down. He's making it easier on himself. Now I'm going to approach him with his collar. Good. Okay, so he's just a little too mouthy, so I let go. I don't want him to offer way too much, which is rolling over, gnawing on my hands. It's not going to really work. He just needs to learn how to stay still. If he can stay still to put his collar on, then we're definitely in the clear when it comes to tolerating people, because seems really simple, but this is really difficult for most dogs. You leave it. He has a tendency to offer a high five. That's not what I want either. I just want him to stay still. You need to leave it. So now I'm going to help him out. Keeps trying to be mouthy. I'm going to give him a bunch of treats. I'm going to show him that this is worth it for him if he just stays still. Leave it. Good. Good. And I did tighten up his collar just a bit because we are going to be working weight with this side door right over here. So rule of thumb, if you're working with traditional collars, you need to have just 2 fingers to slide underneath that collar is how tight that it should be. If it's any looser than that, it could slide off him. Hey, Caesar, can you leave it? Good boy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Again, it's just some residual puppy behavior. Make sure if he's doing that to you, just say leave it, wait him out. Don't move too much. Don't be the reason why he's gnawing on you. Just, no, that's not what I want you to do. Tell him leave it, but still reward him for it. Again, we know it can be really annoying when he does these things, so you continually want to reward him for when he does the right thing, which is listening to leave it. All right, so let's go ahead and practice with this side door. We did tell you to do weight at this back door, and this is what this looks like with the side door. So he's already laying down, which is great. I'm actually going to have him get up so we can stimulate this a little more naturally. Good boy. Wait. So you see this level of energy? Not great. I want to make sure that he comes down from that. Good. Okay, and we know that this is not weight because he's literally, 3 inches from the entry of the door? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to tell him wait, and then I'm going to wedge myself between him and the doorway. Caesar, you wait. Biggest thing with a dog like him who's very clever, you're going to want to create some distance. And since he is extremely clever and fast, and he keeps trying to get around me, I'm going to continue to make it difficult for him. He needs to quit pushing forward. And again, we're just revisiting weight because he really needs to understand boundaries. These boundaries are going to translate over when it's time to meet people. So when you tell him wait, if someone is entering the premises, he's not trying to push past you. I hope that makes sense. Wait. Wait again, I don't need him to sit. If he does sit, that's great. You see how you push forward? The moment I touch the handle, I immediately close the door. No, sir, you do not influence the doorways at all. Caesar. Hey, you wait. Now, anytime that you start working with a doorway that opens towards your back, you will need to become the door in these moments. It can be very awkward. I recommend moving this stuff if it makes it easier for you. But the biggest thing is just don't let him get past you. If you think that he's trying to be slick, close the door and create more distance for yourself. It really is about making it easier for you, and he will figure it out on his own. Wait. Good boy, Caesar. Good job. Good boy. Good job. So right then, his reward was allowing him to go through the door. That is the great thing about Wade, is if he does it properly, like we've been doing it at the back door, he's allowed to come in. Same goes for walks. If he does this properly, he's allowed to come out. Notice that I did not use a treat for this because his reward is being able to go back outside. I'm going to show this one more time. Come on, Caesar. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Good job. And let's do that again. Notice how much prep time goes into this. There is nothing wrong with having to take the time to practice a proper weight. You see how his energy level just dropped exponentially since we put on the collar to the first weight. Now he's just kind of more in a mindset. There's nothing wrong with taking the time to do this, because the next few times that you do, he's gonna get it that much faster. Wait. So right now, his attention is just a little too honed in on my hand and the door handle. He's kind of got tunnel vision right now. What I really would like to see from him is to check in with me. Good, but he did just look at me when I closed the door. Hey, Caesar, you wait. And again, just a little too focused. I feel like this is probably an area where he's likely to fail. You see how his head is kind of lowered, and really it just looks mostly like an escape position. So you want to make sure that when he is doing this, that you are really convinced that he is in fact waiting. And if you aren't convinced, step into his space and create more space for yourself. Caesar. Hey, I'm trying to get around him. Good boy. Good. You good boy. Good. Good boy. Wait. This was a good choice. Wait. Wait. So right then I'm just messing with just a little bit of distractions on the other side of the door, teaching him that it doesn't matter if I'm doing something. If I have not released you yet, you cannot go through this door. And this is why this is just a little bit different than stay, because if he were to break a stay, he doesn't really understand that it's the door or you stopping him, if that makes sense. So this one kind of makes it a little more like, if you move, I move. If you move, there's a consequence. But if you don't move, I will probably allow you to go through this doorway, or you'll get rewarded when we stay on this side. Wait. Good boy, good job, good boy, good job. Since he did really good with that, I'm gonna allow him to go sniff something as an ultimate reward, but this is how you should be practicing this with the side door. And then I do highly encourage you trying this out with the front door. And if you glance right on over there, we moved your chairs right here to this entryway. You may also try wait without a doorway. See if he can do this without you actually having a threshold in the way. Can he wait on the opposite side of just one side of a room, if that makes sense? So try this out, keep working on it, because this will work into him stopping his bolting and also learning how to greet people properly just by waiting calmly on the other side of a door. We'll see you later.